We're back. MSI 2026. I've watched a lot of League this year. As the biggest League of Legends expert in the world, I feel like it is my obligation to inform and acknowledge everyone watching on who are the good players and who are, slightly worse. But hey, it's an international event. There's like 11 teams here. Being the worst player at this international event is not that bad. That's still pretty good. There's really not much more competition left outside of this region, maybe Genji. But besides that, all the top teams are here. Hey, from every region. It's pretty exciting. I've co-streamed LPL, CBLOL, LCP, watched a lot of LEC, watched a lot of LCK, obviously. Not so much LCS, but I did watch some of the top teams, so I know a lot about Lion and Cloud9. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to break down each position roll by roll, and we'll find out who's the best and what. Alright, we're going to start with top lane. So these are the best top laners at MSI. I think it's no surprise if you watch the LPL and LCK. Bin and Zeus are both very, very good. I think these guys are on fire. They win their team a lot of games. I like the way they play. They play very aggressive. Good champion pool. Win lane, win game, that kind of stuff. I gotta respect it. It's really good. I don't have really much more to say. If you watch any LPL, you'll know that Bin's been on a tear. Yeah, a little bit inconsistent at times, but that's kind of Bin's a whole thing. Moving on, we'll go to A tier. It's going to be really difficult. I'm not sure how I would want to put these three in order, because they all kind of play a similar role for the team. They kind of play weak side. The mid and AD carry are mostly the carries on the team. They get a lot less resources, a lot less priority in draft. But I do think these are all solid players. They fit their team well. Maybe they're not individually the best, but I do think what they bring to their team is just enough to make them contenders and make them strong. Moving on, this is going to be a lot more difficult. I'm not sure how I want to put this, but I feel like right now I might have to go like this. Maybe I put Guigo a little bit down. Guigo's a little bit difficult because he is also a weak side player. He plays a lot of Sion, Ornn, what else is the Cassante, these kinds of weak side tanks. Whereas like Dokla can play, range tops. Pawn has like secret pocket picks, he can pull out the counter pick. It's gonna be a lot more difficult, I think, for Guigo. Even though I don't think Guigo will lose and get shit on, I don't think he's gonna shine. And that's okay. I think these other players are more solid and stable, have more bang for their buck. But I think that Guigo doesn't need to do too much. If he can get on his good tanks, chill, not int, maybe play an best of game here or there, carry, I think he'll be fine. Last but not least, dude, these top laners are going to be hard. I'm not sure where I would put these guys. I think Kana has had a worse split this year. I don't think Kana's playing too well compared to what he did before, where he was probably the MVP of the league. I think this year is a lot weaker. I think Florin is going to surprise a lot of people. He is a rookie top laner, plays a lot of unique picks, very flexible. I think he will surprise people. I think Morgan, yes, he is good, but I think he is a known factor. I wasn't really too impressed by him. I think his stage experience might put him ahead of Florin. Maybe Florin is the weakest in the tournament, but I do think that Florin's unique champion pool will give him a slight edge and make him slightly better compared to what Morgan will offer. Although, if Kana gets back in form, I think this split with Kana was kind of weak, but hey, if he goes back to 2025, he's probably could be like, you could probably move him up to like B tier even. That's how good Kana could be. Moving on to jungle. Jungle, I think this tournament is pretty stacked. It's going to be really hard for me to rank these junglers, but I'm going to try my best. I think Shun and Owner deserve a shout out. I really like them. I think they're both really good players, really good junglers. Like what Owner does for T1, like I think a big reason why T1 was able to beat Genji was the fact that Owner was just so much better than Canyon in that series. Just even like all split. Like I think Owner is very good. I think Shun is good too. Maybe I have to put Owner up front, maybe. I think they're both really good. I just think they bring different things to their team. whereas like Shen is more helping Knight. I think Owner is more of the leader, whereas Shen is more of the helper. Moving on, I think this is gonna be a tough one too. I think I'm gonna put Skewmon like this. Maybe I have to put Tien down a little bit more, but Kanavi up. Tien had some interesting games. Like there's some games where I really thought that he was like one of the best junglers in the world. Even though he didn't play split 1, he just came back split 2. Had a lot of pop-off games, played incredibly well, really impressive. But there's also some stinkers. So maybe I have to put him down. I think Skewmon, on the other hand, I think in playoffs you saw what level Skewmon can play. This guy is incredibly strong. I think he has surpassed Inspired as the best Western jungler right now. I think what we're seeing out of Skewmon is incredible. But he is able to, his flexibility with the team is also really, really nice. So I'm excited to see Skewmon at this tournament. I do think that he could bring a lot to the table. This is my next tier of junglers. Inspired, Histo, Tatu. I think I'm gonna have to do like this. Even though I do think Tatu and Histo have a lot of potential to be good, it is still only their like second year of pro play. Like so they've only been playing for like a year and a half. It's kind of like, I need to see a little bit more. If I see a little bit more, like maybe MSI is that tournament where they pop off and show that yes, they deserve to be among like the Inspireds and Skewmons of that, next tier of junglers. I think we're gonna have to see them perform more at international. I think Tatu, he did an incredible job at America's Cup, but this is a different kind of beast. We're not playing against NA teams. We're playing against international teams. And that difference in skill level, I think, is going to have to either show, like, Tatu's either going to have to step up and perform, or he's just going to have to, lose, I guess. I'm going to have to put Inspired a little bit ahead of these other players, but Inspired hasn't shown me enough that I don't think I could put him back up into A tier. I'm going to have to keep him in B tier for now. I think Jose Dioto is going to be only the person in C tier. I do think he was potentially the MVP jungler of the regular season in LCS. My only argument would be that I kind of felt like during the regular season, he kind of didn't do too well against Blabber, didn't do too well against Inspired, and those are the other good junglers. So I'm wondering is Jose Dioto just like, a big fish in a small pond, or will he be able to replicate some of his success? Because I think in playoffs he did much better. So we'll have to see. This will be his first international event in a while. I don't remember the last time he played. It's probably been like a few years, I think. D tier. I'm gonna have to do this. I really like Pop 9, but Pop 9 is very inconsistent. I think at best he could be like up here even. But dude, he has a lot of stinker games. I think coming into like much better competition as well. It is his first international event. He's gonna be struggling. I think if he can just be solid, not have any stinker matches, I think that's a win. Maybe he can level up, and by the time Worlds comes around, he'll be more solid. But for now, I'm gonna put him down here next to Yike, because Yike is also another player that I was kind of disappointed with this year. Kind of felt like he played worse. Inconsistent, some games is really good, some games is really bad. I did really like him in LEC when he beat El Yoya. That was kind of nice, but I'll have to see, man. I'll have to see. This is a tough one. And you know what? Like, dude, like making the MSI tier list is difficult because I think jungle's really stacked at this tournament. I think these 11 junglers are really, really, really good. Like, yeah. This is a pretty stacked list. Okay, moving on to mid lane. This is going to be difficult. But this is my hot take. I only have Knight in S tier. I think this split, Knight is the only mid laner I would put up there. I think he's on another level. I think the numbers he's been putting out is insane. I think he has the most 10 kill games of anyone ever. Like, if you watch PLG play, when Knight has a bad game, dude, that team looks way worse. When Knight is popping off, dude, I don't give a fuck about the rest of the team, dude. It's just like over. So yeah, Knight, it's him. For A tier, oh, this is gonna be tricky. I don't know if I want to put Cream, Caps, Faker, Zeka. I think that's it, right? Like we got to move someone down, I believe. I don't know if I want to move Caps down. I think Zeka probably would be closer to here. This is a tough one. I could have 4A because I only have 1S, but I feel like it's kind of weird to have so many people in A tier. Yeah. Maybe I move Cream a little bit down. Fuck it, dude. I'm gonna move Cream a little bit down. That's maybe that's fucked up. I'll have to go back and think about it again. But I just think these 4 mid laners are strong in their own ways. You know, maybe Faker's not individually as strong. Maybe individually Faker's down here, but I feel like that's kind of weird to put. No, I don't know. It's kind of weird to put any of these guys in B tier because they are all really strong. It's just that they're not knight. Well, they're not knight, so it's a little bit weird put them that high. Okay, I mean, okay, if I'm gonna move on to the next set of players, I think I have to go like this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go like that. I'm gonna go like that. Like, I think Tuts is underrated, but he is like a supportive mid. It's hard for me to like rank supportive players as highly than like carry players, because in my eyes, it's much easier to help others than it is to like lead and carry yourself. Like, having others like help you win is a lot harder than helping someone else win. And even though I think Tuts brings a lot to the table, I think he's very solid. I'm just gonna put him here just because of the same reason why I would put someone like, like Grigo in this situation, in the position where they're very solid, they're very good, but they're not that kind of player that I would give, a higher position to. I think Dyer, hey, you know what? Dyer could be D tier, if we're being honest. This guy, right now, his problem is international and performances. In the LCP, he's top 2, very, very good. In internationals, he could be D tier. Maybe even not even on the list, dude. Maybe I just take him off the list. Like, he can be that bad. That's why it's really difficult for me to rank him. I do think he deserves to be up here. We'll see, we'll see. K-Hune, I think is best out of these 3. Honestly, I could do this. If I want to be an asshole, I could do that. I could do this if I want to be normal. These 3 are all kind of strong in their own ways. I really like K-Hune. I like Hong Suo. I think Hong Suo, in my mind, was probably a better mid laner than Dyer, but we're not going to see him past the playing stage, so I don't think it's going to matter. He's not going to be a difference maker. It's his first international event as well. Quid is probably more solid. I could do this or that, but it just depends, man. It's really difficult to rank these 3 specifically. We'll have to see. We'll have to see when play-ins comes around. I think I'm gonna put like this. Even though it is weird to have so many good mid laners at A tier, I'm just gonna keep it like that. Yeah. All right. All right. That's it. That's it. That's my mid. I think my list is gonna be a little more controversial for AD carry. I have a different opinion than a lot of other people. Pays. And maybe Jackie Love. You know what? I can't hate on Jackie Love, dude. I think Jackie Love is really good. I think this year, Pays has been playing really, really well. I really like watching Pays play. Like, this guy is him. His 80k performance is good. I think Jackie Love coming back had a few games, but overall, he's an 80 carry. There's nothing you can do. At least he's playing like he was playing before, like before the break, which is kind of crazy to think about. Oh, do I only have one A tier 80 carry? The problem is all the other 80 carries I feel like have. Yeah, I'm not putting Viper there, by the way. I think Viper is really overrated. I don't think he's playing super well. I think I'm gonna put Han Sama up there. Fuck, like maybe that's a controversial opinion. Maybe I'm a little bit crazy, but yeah, I think I go something like this. Where I think Viper is still good. Like apparently his wrist is injured. He's not playing too well. But I mean, like, okay, factoring that in, like, I think this year Viper hasn't been playing too well. I'm not sure why everyone says he's really, really good. I just think people don't watch the LPL. Every time I watch the LPL, I never feel like BLG are winning because of Viper. There were a few games at first time where Viper popped off, but I would say overall in the LPL, if he had a different AD carry, they still probably would have won. Yeah. And then, of course, I'll put Ayuzi. I think Kalista is really good too. Hansama, I just think, is playing on another level. Could be because of Lebrov. Eddie, I'm going to put him there because, fuck it, why not? Nah, you know what? I'll put him down here. I'll put him down here behind Berserker and Yon. Or in front of Berserker, Yon. Um, Eddie is a weird one. I think he has the benefit of being on a very good team, and that's what helps him stay good looking. Um, AD carry and LCP could be like because I'm gonna put Fong at D tier. I mean, especially if you watch the finals, Fong has some disgusting gameplay. This guy is very inconsistent. There are times where I think he's playing really well, but a lot of the times it does int. And one thing I hate about my AD carries is inting. I don't like it when AD carries throw or play too aggressively, get caught on die, because I feel like that can cost you the whole game. I think Eddie is also, on a team with Dyer, Pun. It makes sense that he's, more of a bottom end. Berserker, I think, is good, but dude, I don't know what AD carries are really good right now, right? Like Sven, I guess Masu, but it's a lot. I mean, his support, Isles, is also like, yeah, Berserker's a lot harder to rank. Yon as well. I'm not a big fan of their supports. I feel like support in LCS is kind of weak. Maybe in Division I could put Berserker higher, but for now I'm going to keep them like this. Maybe I put Berserker up here. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. This is my list. Finally, we have support. Support is going to be a little bit hard to rank. Some of these players, I think, are better than perceived, but worse at times. It's a little difficult. Because it is a bot lane duo, if you have a good AD carry, bad support, you'll look worse. Or, bad AD carry, good support, can look better. You know what I mean? Whatever. Anyways, I think Kyria is the GOAT. The supporting is better than everything else I see in the game. So, yeah. Besides that, on Delight and Lebrov, I'm going to be that asshole. I think Lebrov is playing really well. Yeah, G2, dominant team in Europe. In my mind, I think LCK, then LPL, LEC, and then all the others. So that's why I'm going to put Lebrov a little bit higher than I should. I'm going to put Fungi a little bit lower because, yeah, he's a rookie. Listen, he looks a lot better when playing with Jackalove compared to playing with Jachi. I'm glad they kept him on. Fungi is trying his best. He just has some really stinker games. Like, specifically, I remember a few Bard games and Nico games where he's kind of ass. So it's hard for me to rank him above the next set of players. I'm gonna have to go with JoJo. And do I put Busio, Isles? It's hard. It's hard. Probably something like this. I think might be the list I go with. I could move Isles down here, put BA up, because I do think BA is a solid shot caller for the team. What he brings to like the macro level, his engage initiations is pretty good. Although I do think that individually speaking, he's probably down below a bit more. I mean, Busio is better than Isles. I don't know why I would rank Isles better than Busio when Busio left to a better region and Isles stayed and had less competition. I think Core JJ is the worst, and I'll put Xiaoxi here. I think Xiaoxi is very similar to like all these other supports, like BA, maybe Fangue. They're good at initiations. They're good at like tanks. Yeah, I think Core JJ is kind of on the like washed end of NA supports. He was worse than Busio before Busio left, so that's why I'm gonna put Busio a little bit higher. Even though in Europe I do think he kind of struggled, but At the same time, there's a lot of good European supports. So it kind of makes sense why Busio would look a little bit worse in Europe compared to NA, considering the level of competition. But hey, I'm happy Busio's back with a new team. Hey, we get to see how he does in a different environment and at international level. Now, this is where I think the teams will rank at MSI 2026. I'm going to put BLG at S tier. I could put HLE at S tier, but I think BLG's winning. I think BLG will be the champions, and HLE will probably be second place. These will be my finalist matchups. I think what BLG is doing this year is incredibly well. I think Knight is playing insane. Even though I did shit on Viper, I think Viper will be good enough to compete with these other 80 carries. I mean, they were able to win against Jackie Love, even though Viper was kind of underperforming. So hey, maybe they'll be fine against some other 80 carries like Gumayushi and Pays, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I'm gonna put T1 here, G2 here, TS. Unfortunately, I would like to put TS a little bit higher, but they are kind of having that stigma and curse of hey, you know, uh, TS International, not good, not great, not a big fan. But I do think they are playing pretty well. They do have a rookie top and support. Maybe that might make them play better. Having new teammates maybe they'll play worse because they have rookies. Uh, uh, yeah. I don't know. I'm on the G2 hype train. Maybe I'm just on full on cope. The next set of tiers I think is gonna be like this. I think I'm gonna put Seagull Whales last, but in my mind, as I say, LCK, LPL, LEC, and then LCS, CBLOL, LCP are currently competing in a tie. I do think G2 is elevating the LEC, putting them one step above the other three, but in my mind, these three regions are competing right now and pushing each other to be better. I do think Furia can be better than Lion, but not yet. I have to see it. I'm going to put him underneath, just underneath. I think LCP is weaker this year, but I do think Seeker Whales having two rookies in mid and jungle is taking them time to develop. I'm pretty sure Pun is also a rookie, or at least younger-ish. Anyways, having a younger team, Seeker Whales needs more time. Once Dyer stops choking internationally, I think this kid is going to be doing wonders. Like, all he needs to do is just not choke. If he just shows up at MSI like he does at LCP, I think it's golden. Same with, if Tatu shows up like he does in CBLOL, it's golden. We can't have any more troll games, Tatu. It's time to lock in. KC, C tier. They are really good. I like Kana for the most part. I like Kalist. Yike has some good and bad moments. I'm happy Busio's performing well in another region. But I do think LEC 2 is usually weaker than CBLOL 1, NA 1, LCP 1. So that's why I'm going to put them on a tier of their own. And then I'll just put them like this. I think Team Liquid is happy to be here. I think DCG is happy to be here. As far as I can think of, no, shall see the support for DCG has been to an international event. But for the most part, I'm pretty sure everyone else has no international experience. Maybe Hong Seo has as a sub on PSG, but that's about it. They are, inexperienced team. I just hope DCG can put up a good performance, not choke, play deep, and then I'll be happy. Team Liquid, nothing exciting there to me. I just feel like there's like 5 known quantities. I hope Jose Diodo can perform well. That'd be kind of cool. But besides that, I don't know. I don't really see any bright side to Team Liquid in this MSI. All right, that's it for me. That's what I think about MSI 2026. I rank the teams. I rank the players. I try to be fair, but hey, sometimes your own regional bias comes in and can't be helped. But that's what makes MSI fun. We'll see all the best teams around the world compete. I have a lot of stories, a lot of shit talking, and hey, I hope LCP does well. Alright, that's it for me. Thanks for watching.